Hey guys, I'm Bronson, and this is a secondary market update video for the Flesh and Blood TCG Welcome to Wrath 8 Hero Starter Sets. Now, just as a reminder, this is not investment information. I'm an entertainment channel only, and I'm just some random dude in a room, so do not use this information for investment decisions. Now, to get onto this product, I think it's an awesome product. I have purchased one of these so far, and I don't think I'm going to purchase any in the future. And I'm putting that out there just as a disclaimer to let you know what I'm sitting on with this thing. So, the reason why I like it is because it's kind of like a cheaper version of the original Welcome to Wrath Alpha box. And if you look at the box, the box is literally, it looks the same. So, for aesthetic purposes, for me putting this thing on my shelf, it looks pretty much the same. So I like it for that aspect, and I like it. It's still a really great piece of history for the Flesh and Blood product. I mean, this is their alpha print starter decks, like the first one that was ever built. So I feel like that was cool. And if you haven't seen what this product is, let me show it to you. So this is a starter deck. There are 8 of these starter decks in that box. There's 2 Bravo, 2 Dorinthia, 2 Reinars, and 2 Katsu decks in there. So total is 8 of these decks. And the same cards are going to be in each of these for each of these decks. So these are pre-constructed decks. You'll always get the same cards in each of these sets. Now, what does that mean for the product? That means, easily, that there is no what they call gambler's premium on this product. There's no way that you're buying this and you get cards out of it and you flip them because you had really good pulls. There's no way you could get a Heart of Fandale or some Spring Tunic or whatever great card you want. No. What you see right there in that picture has the same cards over and over again. There's no gambler's premium. Where if you buy a Flesh and Blood Alpha print booster box, you could get hopefully, technically you could get more money in that box from opening it than what it's worth. Is it very rare that you'll do that? Yes, but you could, which puts that gambler's premium on it because you're like, ooh, I could pull a Heart of Fandale, or I could pull, some crazy thing. And that's a really important aspect for why that box is so much money. That's why that box went from $90 to whatever it's at right now, 300 to 500 range, depending on who's buying them. But this thing in the long run, I think it's going to stay pretty low. You're going to see it go around the 150 range, and I think next year it might peak at 200. But because there is no premium on this product, I just don't think it really has too much area to move. I mean, there's no like really big legendary cards in there or fable cards. It's a lot of commons and rares. I mean, yeah, I don't think that that's going to be very attractive to people, and and you don't really know how many of these were produced. Now, if you think about the purpose of this product, right? This was a product that was meant to put a deck of Flesh and Blood into people's hands. So, on that premise alone, I would imagine that Legend Story Studios would try to pump out a ton of these just to make it so it's in people's hands, or they'd want to print a good amount. Now, I know that they really hallmark their corporate value as they want to create collectability, but this in my mind isn't really a collectible type of thing. It's more of a starter thing. Um, yeah, I mean that's kind of my opinion. But there's another side of the fence that I'll also touch on is because this box was meant for people to just crack it, throw, everyone get a deck and everybody start playing. Maybe there's not that many out there. Maybe there's not that many sealed. We don't know, man. You just don't know. And I would be lying if I told you that, yep, there is 4,000 of these in existence and this is 1 out of 4,000. Like there's no fucking way anyone knows how many exist. So that's the big question. If you knew how many existed, you could accurately predict what the price is going to do, but also what's inhibiting this thing from moving to absurd amounts is the fact that you know what cards are in it. There's no gambler's premium. So, in my mind, for the next 2 to 5 years, I think it's going to stay around 150, 200. And I could be totally wrong, but Who knows? Yeah, it's just my take on it. It's a very interesting product in my mind, though, because it really does have collectability in the sense that it looks just like an alpha Welcome to Wrath booster box. So I think it has a lot of collectability there to where you feel like you have a piece of history, yet it doesn't have any gambling. Like there's no spice in this. It is what it is. It's a lot of commons and rares in these nice hero decks. But it's a really cool product. And I bought one because I just thought it was a really cool piece of history.